Hello, I'm Mr. Spinner, and I'm gonna weave you a colorful yarn web of a story today. Have we been good, boys and girls?
Yes!
Do you want to hear a story?
Yes!
Okay, boys and girls, this story is based on a movie.
Ooh.
I think I know what it is, Mr.
Timmy, you don't know what the story is, but it's got jungles and damsels and a crooked army and treasure.
Oh, I love Indiana Jones stories.
You should remain quiet, Timmy, and it's not an Indiana Jones story. And then a mudslide happens, and they slide down the side of a mountain.
Wait, what? You mean a big cauldron of water spills and chases them through tunnels, and then you get stuck on the side of a cliff? Because if so, this is definitely an Indiana Jones story.
Timmy, it's not an Indiana Jones story. There's a jewel, and they have to retrieve it.
It's Ira. I just knew it. You're trying to throw us off. It's an Indiana Jones story.
No, Timmy, it's not an Indiana Jones story.
Does he have a hat?
Yes, he has a hat.
Does he dress in mostly khaki colors?
Yes, Timmy.
He's Indiana Jones.
No, Timmy, he doesn't have a whip. He's not a professor. And he doesn't.
Does he swing from a tree in an attempt to make an escape?
Well, yes. There's a part that...
Then he is Indiana Jones.
Welcome to another episode of And Now, our feature presentation. I'm Josh Sanchez, my other right is Pepe, and this is...
I'm Carey Williams, and I once passed a stone.
Nobody wants to know that.
You don't know that.
They just want to know what's coming out of your mouth, only when it's words. On this next feature presentation, it's got action, it's got adventure, it's got jungles.
It's got Micheal Douglas.
Ooh.
It's got Kathleen Turner. Ooh. It's got Danny DeVito.
Ooh. This next movie is Romancing the Stone. You don't have a hat.
I didn't know I was supposed to have. I didn't get the memo.
Thing. Let's do the hat thing. Come on, boom. All right. When romance author Joan Wilder gets a call that her sister is in trouble, she flies off to a faraway jungle and attempts to help her.
I can only hope that one of us would do the same.
I would do it for you.
I would do it for
in
you.
a multiple heartbeats, Carey.
Okay, I'd be afraid, but I'd still show up.
The movie was released in March 30th, 1984 in the U.S., September 14th, 1984 in Mexico, with a budget of $10 million and earned a whopping...
115 million
in the box
They're killing
office.
it.
It's amazing. Produced by Micheal Douglas.
Which I didn't know that.
Yes,
I knew that he was, starring role, but I also didn't know that he produced it.
Yep. The screenplay was written 5 years earlier by Malibu waitress Diane Thomas, and what would end up being her only screenplay made into a movie. She died in a car crash a year and a half after the film's release.
It's unfortunate because she did such a good job. I'd like to see more success she could have had.
Oh man, this is terrible. I gotta go change my shirt.
Yeah, I've got to work on our little effort of getting in the mouth there, bud. Sylvester Stallone was originally considered for the role of Jack T. Colton. That would have been interesting. Other leads it considered were Burt Reynolds, Clint Eastwood, Paul Newman, Christopher Reeves for the part of Jack Colton before Douglas was hired himself. And Deborah Winger was also the studio's top choice for Joan Wilder.
That's wild. Some other things that happened. This is quoting Robert Zemeckis. It was very, very tough. When the movie was over, I said to my agent, who gave me the script, who is now my partner, Jack Rapp, if another script ever comes across your desk that has a slug line that says in it, exterior, jungle, night, rain, never send it to me.
None of that. I don't want to be in a jungle again.
And this is Jack Kundy. He says, we had all kinds of things with the rain. I remember one incident where we were on a dirt road just above the mudslide sequence where Kathleen and Michael go down the slide. We were sitting down preparing for something, and then there was a little rumble behind us. We looked across the road, and the cliff had slid down, covered the road. Had anyone been standing there, they would have been covered in mud or injured. It's just insane. Speaking of injuries, that mudslide, that when they slid down, gave Turner an abrasion worth several stitches. And when Douglas grabbed the tail of the alligator that had bitten the stone, taking the stone, the reptile gave him 2 powerful whacks in the face.
It's crazy, the interaction with the environment
crazy.
and the gators
It's
and
just
stuff like
crazy.
that in this movie.
And then Douglas recalled the gator, whose jaw was wired shut by trainers, dove into the bay after attacking him. It's just nuts. We were looking for him, said Douglas. Finally, we heard some people yelling a little further down. It was a night sequence, and when we moved the lights over to where it was, we didn't know that the wire had gotten loose and come off. It's just nuts. The 2 trainers took the boat over there where the gator was, got into the water. And the worst thing happened, said Douglas. The alligator took the guy's hand and spun and took him down and under. Oh my gosh. The other trainer, who was also the man's brother, went down and wedged the gator's mouth open to rescue his brother.
I just envisioned this man punching a gator and then
my
trying to
gosh.
pry its mouth open.
Oh my gosh. Douglas continued, we got him to the hospital in time. His hand was pretty mauled and he lost a lot of blood. I went to see him. He wanted to whisper something to me, and I leaned over and he said, my Rolex. It turned out that the Rolex is what saved his life because the alligator bit down onto the Rolex.
That's a little plug for them for Rolex
gosh,
with
yes.
just like their Amex plug that they have, like
my
Rolex
gosh.
saving hands since the 1980s.
This is the 1980s. They went back to the location, dove into the water, and they actually found the Rolex.
Even crazier.
It's even crazier.
I hope that it had like gator tooth bites in it. Like he keeps it as a little like shadow box on his wall. Like that
man.
time I almost lost my
My
hand.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to lose a hand.
Nobody wants to lose a hand. Studio insiders expecting Romancing the Stone to flop to the point that after viewing the rough cut, the producers of the then under development Cocoon fired Zemeckis as director of the film.
When you told me that, it just blew my
It
mind.
blew my
It's
mind too.
just like,
It just blew my mind.
this poor guy. This movie was so. And they 10 times the budget they gross, and
Yes,
then he's going to get
yes.
fired.
I mean, of course,
from
we
the
all
other
know
production.
Cocoon went on to be directed by Ron Howard, which was a great director. However, it became a surprise hit, not Cocoon, but Romancing the Stone, surprise hit. And 20th Century Fox's only big hit of 1984, the film eventually grossed, of course we know, $115 million worldwide, becoming the 6th highest grossing film of 1984. And Zemeckis later stated that it was the success of this movie, Romancing the Stone, that made it possible to become, arguably one of the best franchises ever.
Back to the Future. With no Romancing the Stone success, no Back to the Future. And look at them choppers.
It's amazing. All right, let's go into the cast. First up is
Michael Douglas.
And these cast members have so many credits to their name.
Oh, my goodness.
We're going to hit on a few. Some of them we're going to hit on a lot. But Michael Douglas, of course, China Syndrome, this movie, Romancing the Stone.
Give the follow-up, Jewel of the Nile.
Jewel of the Nile, Fatal Attraction, Wall Street, War of the Roses.
One of my
which is like
favorites.
amazing movie. Basic Instinct, The American President, Ghost in the Darkness, The
The
Game.
Game's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, I
I love
love
that
The
movie.
Game.
So
It's a
good.
great movie. And then, of course, we have Kathleen Turner as Joan Wilder.
She's also in the follow-up, Jewel of the Nile, after Romancing the Stone. We have her and Peggy Sue got married. She has a pretty eclectic mix, and
Who
of course,
Framed Roger Rabbit?
her famous voice in Who Framed Roger
Roger
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Again, War of the Roses. Great collaboration between all three of them. V.R. Warshawski is one that's often forgotten,
Yes,
but I love that movie.
That's why I put it on the list. 'cause it's so many-
Undercover Blues
Yep.
is another one. I feel like
Yes.
nobody knows
Nobody
it,
knows
and I
this.
love
Yes,
it. I love
yes.
it. And Serial Mom's
Mom.
ridiculous John Waters movie.
And then
It's-
another ridiculous role that she plays in is she plays Helena on Friends, which is
Chandler's
Chandler's
dad
dad
turned-
turned into a woman. It's just, I
She's-
just love
she's
it.
been in so many
I love
things,
it. I love
yes.
it. I love it. And of course, is next up,
Our buddy,
DeVito.
Danny. You can't help but
Kids
love this
Danny
face.
DeVito. In this movie and in the sequel, Jewel of the Nile, and a bunch of amazing stories, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Throw Mama from the Train. Twins, one of my
Oh
personal
gosh.
favorites.
War of the
War of the
Roses.
Roses.
Batman Returns as the Penguin.
So he is the Penguin.
Yes. Last Action Hero, Whiskers the voice, uncredited. Look Who's Talking Now, Rocks
Also,
the dog.
it's ridiculous
why do
voice acting.
Why do you call him Rocks?
'Cause he left some in the
Rocks
back seat.
Oh my gosh, Renaissance Man Jr., Matilda as the narrator, Space Jam as Swackhammer the voice, Mars
Swackhammer.
Attack as the rude gambler, Men in Black, the alien on TV monitor, uncredited. Man on the Moon, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as
Frank
Oh my
Reynolds.
God,
He's so wonderful.
I just started blasting.
He just started blasting. He's going to get weird with it, man.
I just started blasting. Of course, we have Zach Norman, who is Ira.
He's also in the A-Team, and I
Cadillac
love him
Man.
from Cadillac Man.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorite characters.
And The Nanny,
in
a couple
Nanny.
appearances on The Nanny. Alfonso Areu, who is Juan. Oh my gosh, I love this scene here, especially with
Such
the
a
gun
great
sticking out.
screenshot
my
from
gosh,
it.
It's great. It's great. In this movie, also know
Points
him
the gun
as,
out at you.
as El Guapo on The
Yes.
Three Amigos. Oh my gosh.
He's so funny as El
so
Guapo.
great.
He's great in this too, because
great, yes.
his excitement for Joan Wilder.
And that's one of my favorite lines, of course. And he's also on the Miami Vice TV show. And then we have Manuel Ojeda, who plays Zolo here. In this movie, he's on Alfred Hitchcock's Presents series and a ton of Latin movies and TV shows, etc. It's just, this guy was in so many things in that world. Very, very, very long list. And we also have Holland Taylor, which is right here.
She's also in the follow-up for Jewel of the
in
Nile.
Perfect Strangers TV show. She's having a baby. George of the Jungle, The Truman Show. And then last but certainly not least of the very long list,
Mary Ellen Trainor.
In this movie. She's in Goonies.
She's the mom. She's the mom.
In Goonies. and she's Lethal Weapon. She's a psychologist. Another person
More
in Amazing
Stories.
Die Hard. Scrooge. Ghostbusters 2. Lethal Weapon 2. Back to the Future 2. Cuffs. Lethal Weapon 3. Death Becomes Her. It's Greedy. Forrest
So
Gump.
much stuff.
Congo. Executive Decision. Lethal Weapon 4. That just rounds out the 90s.
For a
That's the end of the
smaller
90s.
character, like how much her extensive list of movies that she's been in is just wild.
It's insane. And of course, we're going to go to the next segment. You know, we have these press kits that we try to get for all these movies, and they are oftentimes very, very delicate. So I'm going to put on these very delicate gloves to handle them. I don't want to get too many oils on them. As far as, you know, we want them to last for a very, very long time, Carey.
I get it. I get it. I should have brought some. I did. I apologize.
What a schlub.
I'll do better in the future.
You forgot your hat and you forgot your gloves.
I am ill prepared for
Oh my
this
gosh, and I think I
episode.
just ripped it. Oh no. Of course, we have some pictures here with the lovely, lovely Kathleen Turner. Boom. Check that out. Of course, I'll just hand those over. And we got some more pictures here. Kathleen Turner under the truck looking around.
They figured it was better for her to pose like this than Danny.
I don't know. I think I'd love a Danny pose.
We could have both. I don't know why we couldn't have both.
Pose, of course. And then we have both her and Micheal Douglas.
It's a great shot.
And there's so many other things in here. I mean, we'll put these on full screen. We have
Some
all,
synopsis
we have them
and
all
write-ups
scanned
about the
in, so
different
we'll- and
casts.
of course, the thing as well. And just be very careful with that. It's very, very delicate. All right, well, let's talk about some of the scenes that we love that stuck out. I mean, of course.
The instant change in tone with Joan Wilder.
Oh my gosh, Joan Wilder. One of the scenes, anytime Danny DeVito is on screen,
yes.
I just love it.
He's a goofball.
When they're walking into the village for transportation and just everyone is just like this hard drug lord like look, like, what are you doing? What are you doing in my
It's definitely that
village?
fish out of water feel.
Oh
They're
my
like,
gosh,
why are
it's
these people
fantastic.
here?
It's fantastic. With the chase scene through the village. Oh my gosh, the chase scene through the village. I just love it that like Juan is driving Pepe. He's like,
Your other ride is
He's like,
Pepe.
oh, you mean my little mule Pepe? So
My
he's
little mule Pepe.
He's driving Pepe, and he is like giddy with
He's like
excitement.
maniacal.
I know. And then Joan Wilder's in the back going, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna die." She has this horrified look, and then
Just like on the mudslide, Jack's the opposite. He's like, this is great.
Jack,
You know,
Jack
he's loving it the
of course
whole
he's holding
time.
on, but he's like, yeah, this is great. I love this. And I just love how when they're driving through the village, he's just like, Juan is
He's just, this is what I
he's giving
do.
him a tour. He's like, yeah, you see that tree? My brother plants that tree. You see that hill over there? You see that field? My family owns that field. It's just amazing. And it just right out the gate when they come out bursting through the door, I think they come bursting through that door. They're driving down that mud road, and there's like nobody around because of course the bad guys are there. They're waiting for them. You know, they're all out. He goes riding past them on Pepe, and then they stop because there's a pig in the middle of the road. And Jack Colton's go, "What are you doing? Just go." And he's like, "I don't want to hurt my favorite pig. I don't want to hurt my favorite pig." I was just dying with laughter when I heard that the first. I don't want to hurt my favorite pig. It's fantastic.
Doesn't he reference about them chasing them? I don't know why these guys
I was
are
like,
still
why these
chasing
guys? They
guys.
really must be. I don't know why these guys are really chasing you this hard. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's just the whole change, because you see that part where he's just like this maniacal, giddy guy touring them. But before that, it's not that at all.
He's gonna point a gun at you
From
instantly.
the picture that we saw, when he opens that little door and Jack Colton is standing there, he's like, instant revolver just right
Yep.
through the door. It's like, what do you want?
So
Gringo?
iconic.
So it's so fantastic. But then, you know,
Joan Wilder!
Jack Colton is like, well, how are you going to write us out of this one, Joan Wilder? And he hears the name, and it's so fantastic.
The quick change in demeanor.
Joan Wilder? The Joan Wilder? The Joan Wilder? And he's explaining to those thugs in Spanish
Who she is.
And he's like, look, this is the lady who I'm reading the stories to you on those nights. When
And I love that he's reading it to them.
He's reading it to them.
Gotta-
It's story time with... It's story time with
We'll go
Juan.
back to the next chapter tomorrow.
I just love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. And then, you know...
You have the campfire scene where they're tossing the
there's
bricks of
so
marijuana
many
onto the
bricks.
fire.
And as a kid, I had...
It didn't mean anything to
I
you.
had no idea. I
What are
thought
they
were
doing?
just camping.
Yeah.
And they were just throwing boxes that were in the... And that's, of course, what they're doing. But I
They
thought
find
it
the
was
crashed
just,
plane
I thought it was
full
like
of it.
FedEx boxes.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we're just going to burn this. And I just thought, like, when he takes a deep breath... Oh, yeah. I just thought, like, yeah, campfires
He's kind of
smell
maniacal
great.
himself half the movie.
Campfires smell great.
One of the ones that's great too is whenever she's negotiating to pay him, you know, and then traveler's checks
gosh, the
because like
traveler's
they're
checks.
haggling for him to save her and like
He says, hey, lady, my minimum for escorting a lady through the jungle to a phone is $400.
She's like, what about $375 in traveler's checks? And what does he say?
He's like, are they American Express?
He's like, yeah. He's like, let's do
There's
it.
a deal. It's fantastic.
So this is your pick. So I mean, I enjoy this movie, but this is one of those ones where like you had to bring the magic back to me because I watched it when I was little and I hadn't seen it for a long time. So it was
Yes.
like it was a nice fresh watch for me to enjoy it again. And I remember a lot of the scenes, but not like you remember it. It's one of your one of your favorites.
This is a movie that I watched many, many, many times as a kid, and it's very, very nostalgic for me because of just seeing this like rough guy in through the jungle, and then this fish out of water romance writer, and like those characters, their backstories like didn't mean so much to me as a kid. But it's just like when you see the portrayal of her at the beginning, she's like completely out of her element in the jungle.
She's like a scaredy cat about everything.
Yes,
She
she's
kind of like just keeps to
not-
herself, homebody.
Not necessarily like super prim and proper, but she's used to a certain kind of lifestyle that's not a jungle lifestyle.
And her friend says like, you don't even like to go on airplanes or
Yes,
buses or
exactly.
anything.
And it's just the scene when the bus crashes into Jack Colton's Land Rover, and then of course the birds escape and whatnot, and then they're walking away, and it's so funny when he finally agrees to do the thing for the $375 worth of traveler's checks.
What a number.
He picks up the suitcase and he walks over to her, and he just before that, this is when they're still at the bus. He picks up the suitcase because she's like across, and he walks over like he's gonna keep carrying it, like they're gonna go on this journey. And as he walks, he drops it next to her and just keeps walking.
Right.
And I'm like, don't expect me to
$375 doesn't get me carrying the bag,
Give me the
too.
bag. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I love this. And then when he finally
He
throws
tosses
the
it because he
suitcase,
doesn't want to wait for her to carry it.
he's like, do you have any valuables in there? What's in there? She's like, it's just my clothes. And he's like, see ya.
chucks it
See ya.
right into the
Oh my
jungle.
gosh. And then the shoes, when he finally cuts the shoes with the machete.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
because
gosh.
she's literally trying to wear high heels in the jungle.
Yep. And she's like, I think she calls them Italian.
Yes.
Those are my Italian shoes.
He's like, well now they're functional.
Now they're practical.
They're
or something
practical.
like that.
Yes,
I was
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. The dialogue is great. It's just amazing. This movie to me, of course, is a gem. The plot, the romance, the jungle, the action, the lovable bad guy, and Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that.
I love Danny and everything.
It's a movie that I think was perfectly cast. Thinking about like, Sylvester Stallone was possibly...
That would be a fever dream to have Sylvester in it. I feel like several of the other actors would be out of place
like,
too. The
I
only
think it was
one,
Burt Reynolds.
he was the only one I thought might fit the bill
Yeah.
a little bit.
And then I think Paul Newman was one of them.
Christopher
and then
Reeves.
I was like, you know what? Trying to picture Christopher Reeves doing that, I
Maybe.
can kind of picture that, but it's just...
I don't see him as a sillier character though.
I don't. I think this movie was perfectly cast all around. It's just there's all the characters, the main actors, the supporting, none of them lack any realness. It's all completely realness in all of their portrayals. It's just amazing. I love it.
I feel like Micheal Douglas is like a sillier Indiana Jones kind
my
of
gosh,
character
yes.
also too.
Yeah.
It's like if he was a little more of a scoundrel too, like you said, with the not helping her with the bag and stuff like that.
Yep. And what's crazy is, like, you know, Micheal Douglas, Kathleen Turner, and Danny DeVito, they also go on to play in
Jewel of the Nile, and then War of the Roses. Like,
oh my gosh.
War of the Roses is honestly my favorite of the three, just because I think that's the one that I have nostalgia for from my childhood. But they just work so well together that this spawned a sequel, and then instead of making it a trilogy, they went on to make War of the Roses, which is just the same cast but completely different topic.
Oh yeah. Of course, my favorite character is Juan. I mean, hands down, he is my favorite character.
He's great.
He's great. He's great. It's such a short period of time that he's in the movie, but I think from start to finish, because I think he's such a phenomenal actor. From going from that hardcore drug dealer,
so eccentric,
to this he's a giddy kid.
Yes,
does not care about Jack Colton at all. He's like, yeah, whatever. Hey, Joan Wilder, come into my house.
I still love that he reads to his men.
Oh man, it's fantastic. And of course, who's your favorite character?
Jack Colton. Like I said, he's like if Indiana Jones was a little sillier, like Indiana Jones is more serious than Jack, and Jack's a little more like, I'm not going to help you unless you pay me kind of thing, and. His love for the adventure versus Joan's fear of the adventure, I think he finally kind of rubs off on her a little bit though, and gets her to, makes her a little braver maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, what's crazy about this movie is, like, I read some reviews that this is like a knockoff of Raiders. Indiana Jones Raiders.
And that's what I figured. It's like this movie exists because Indiana Jones came out, and they greenlit something that's similar but very different still.
As a child, I wanna say this. As a child, I never put two and two together.
I wouldn't have either. I didn't either.
I never thought that this
researching
would
back at it, like comparing.
It wasn't until this year, doing research for this movie, that finding out of all this stuff, like all the props, all the crazy stuff that happened while they almost fired him for this movie, which is like understandable when you have somebody's hand almost get bit off.
Right.
When you have one of your leads.
And they have real gator problems during the production. It's not just like a scene. It's real gator issues.
I read somewhere that, like, they had Kathleen Turner actually walking on the backs of gators, and
that's crazy.
That footage never.
The insurance company's like, "What are you doing?"
So, like, as an executive at a film studio, if I heard that, I'd be like, "Get this guy out of here!"
Just stop.
Our main actress sliding down, having to get stitches, and like she had to get plastic surgery for that.
Oh my goodness.
It's insane. It's insane. Of course, my favorite actor in the movie, I mean, I love the character as Juan, but I have to say, hands down, Danny DeVito.
Just always lurking around as a bad guy.
Oh my gosh, I love Danny DeVito and everything that he does, everything that I've seen him do so far. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff.
My favorites are Goofball Adventure, Micheal Douglas as Jack Colton, and
it's amazing.
You just can't help but enjoy him in most things he's in. He just has a great screen presence. He's a character in everything he's in, including this.
Yes, he is. And now we're going to go over and look at some of the props that were made for this show. Of course, we have the lovely logo down here, and of course the set dressings and everything. We got our prop segment now, of course, and of course so many awesome things here made by our in-house prop person, Amy Williams. She's done an amazing job. This is 3D printed. This is amazing. This is 3D printed and put together.
It's just ready to be pointed in Jack Colton's face.
Yes, and of course this is a small replica of the map here. It's just such an amazing job.
We got to find that gem. How else are you going to do it?
Got to find the gem, and of course we have some paraphernalia here, of course, and then this thing here, of course, the gem. It's a nice little replica. There you go.
Oh my God! This isn't part of the show. Cut the commercial. Cut the commercial.
The serene sounds of trees and water. The calling of majestic wildlife. Escape the hustle of city life. Come on down to Cartagena and join Jackson Colton's avian adventures.
Hi, we want to take this time to share this opportunity to be a part of Jackson Colton's avian adventure. With our 4 seminars,
you'll be adept in the 4 essential categories to make your money self-sufficient dreams a reality.
These 4 money-making categories consist of birds.
Know what birds are the good birds, the all right birds, the best birds,
The second category of the seminar is evasion. We will teach you how to evade those pesky poachers and the local authorities if it comes to that.
The third category seminar is
Survival!
survival is key in these jungles, and knowing how to wield a machete in these dense underbrush-laden jungles is of the utmost importance. Also learn trap setting, fire making, and know when a brick of wrapped plastic paraphernalia is worth an old toss in the fire.
The fourth category in the seminar is tenacity. Be tenacious in your bird hunting adventures. If you see something, go get it. Go on, get it. Go get what you want. Go on, get it. BEST. With these 4 seminars, you can be BEST. With these 4 seminars, you can be the best avian adventurer there is.
For every adventure you sign up, you get $375 in traveler's checks.
And if you sign up 10 adventurers, you get Jackson Colton's signature shotgun.
Act now and get Jackson Colton's signature fedora. Join Jackson Colton's avian adventure. Financial freedom is through the jungle.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd take the seminar by those fellows. They really don't seem like they know what they're doing.
I don't know. I went on it last week and I caught me a sandwich and a friend.
Not a best friend.
Still working it out.
Okay, how's the hand?
Oh man, the on-site medic did an outstanding job putting my hand on. I can already move my fingers and I'm starting to get some feeling back in it.
He really did accomplish a lot with a chain of Band-Aids.
Oh man, it's amazing. I like that right there, the X.
I told you it was a good idea to pick up that nice-looking guy on this side of the road. He did his job well.
Yep, he said he knew what he was doing.
I don't know if we should dress up like this anymore for shows. It doesn't seem like it's a good idea.
Well, thanks for watching and now our featured presentation. I'm Josh Sanchez and this is Carey Williams.
Where we don't just love 80s and 90s movies, we live them. Till next time.